Welcome back to Pokemon X. Last time, we covered pretty much everything you can do with mythical Pokemon in this game. And this time, we are going to be going to Lumiose City in order to start up our main side quest throughout the post-game. Magenta Plaza. Yeah, this is kind of... so weird trying to get to the right place. Yeah, that's one of the main complaints people have with Lumiose City, in that it's too easy to get lost. And yeah, to an extent, I can agree. Usually this place didn't have a tenant, but somebody finally... I think the tenant will move in pretty soon. Not yet, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and check the wiki real quick. Interesting. So it looks like there's a change of plans for today's episode. We're not going to be doing this right away. I'll be checking back occasionally to see if this quest actually works, but for now, we're not going to be going there. Instead, we're going to be using an old trick. In order to get something we're looking for. For this trick, you're going to want a lot of repels. I've got a lot of money on hand, so I can go ahead and get a bunch of repels. And now we're going to go down to the lower level of Coumarine City. So by going to this lower level, you might remember that 2 episodes ago, we ran into the legendary Articuno. This means we can go ahead and look into our Pokédex, and it, along with the other 2 legendary birds, are all the way at the end of the Coastal Kalos Pokédex. If you know anything about roaming legendaries, pretty much every time, or almost every time, you swap locations. I guess it didn't. We're just gonna go ahead and shuffle back and forth between these things a couple times. See maybe if it'll change locations. No, it actually stays there. So, yeah. This is probably one of the more annoying hunts you'll have to do for roaming legendaries. Because the way that these guys work is that they will stay in a location for a set amount of time, and after that set amount of time, they will move to a different location. Now, you cannot manipulate them into moving to a specific location by going from loading zone to loading zone. Rather, they move off of their own will, and you simply have to be quick enough in order to reach them and do battle with them. In this case, I have Articuno. If you chose Fennekin as your starter, you'll get Zapdos, and if you chose Froakie as your starter, you'll be getting Moltres. There's no way to get all three in your game, apart from Mystery Gift. Which, yes, they did release all three of them in Mystery Gift. So, you could theoretically end up with two of them. I'm gonna go ahead, get myself Max Repel ready. And now we're just gonna go ahead, bike around in here. Did it already shuffle locations? Did it already shuffle? It's all the way over there now. This is by far one of, if not the most annoying way they have ever created a roaming legendary. Because now, you can't just go from loading zone to loading zone in order to manipulate their location. No, you have to wait for them to move to a different location. You can't just... It must have already swapped locations again. And now it's all the way back there again. Is it based on, like, flying or something? I'm gonna fly over to Santa Lune City. Bike on over to Route 22. Use another Repel. And you know what? They probably already have swapped locations again. They're all the way over there now. Is it based on, like, flying or something? I'm gonna go ahead, fly over here to Comarine City. And I'm going to immediately check my Pokédex this time in order to see if it has swapped locations. Okay, I've got it. It changes locations every time you fly. So... I think this means I'm just going to have to continuously fly between Lavere City and Dendemil Town until it's in a location I can just reach by moving normally to there. Now, if anything, I should probably choose, I'm gonna go ahead and choose Anastar City and Coraway Town as my two flying locations. Check their location again. Where are they? over there. Now, they do occasionally change locations from what I know after a certain amount of time, but the way to manually force them to change location is by flying. From the looks of it. Oh, there it is. It is... Alright, we gotta book it for Melancholy Path. Shuffle around in the grass. Has it already swapped locations? It's already swapped locations. Is it every time you enter a city? I don't know. No, because it's still there. If I do this, and then load up, has it swapped locations? No, it hasn't. This is by far one of the most annoying legendary hunts that one would ever have to do in a Pokemon game. I do know that flying forces it to change location immediately. I think the strategy is to fly somewhere near this area, but even then they can just go completely across the region. Randomly. And now they're over there. Wait, no, why am I going back here? So I think the strategy here is just to fly to, like, some nearby place to where it is, and just hope for the best, because... yeah, as soon as you dismount from your flying Pokemon, it's over there now. Oh, darn it. I never fought these trainers, darn. Alright, well. Wailord and Vileplume. I can take these two goes. I'm gonna fly onto the Vileplume and then Thunderbolt the Wailord. Oh, it actually didn't go down. And now we're gonna go for a surf. Katakuri grew to level 72. And you know what? I think I can turn the EXP share back on. Because I'm done worrying about EVs being spread everywhere that I don't want it to be spread. Let's go ahead and check, has the bird moved? It has moved. It's on this route. It's on this route. I got a quick... Darn it. I got unlucky. I'd say wait 3 encounters if you're not using repels to try and find the bird. If you don't get the bird, then if you don't get the bird in 3, then check the Pokédex. If it's gone, then it's gone, and you have to wait again. However, if you get it, you get it. And I think the bird is gone. Because if we check here, it is shuffled to a different location again. Oh yes, finally I got one of the 10 required encounters with the birds. Because yes, after you encounter them for the first time, you then need to find them 9 more times in order to get them to reside permanently in a place where they won't fly away. I'm gonna cut until I find it again, because I don't want to make you sit through aimless bird hunting. Oh, it's already on the other route. Alright then. Alright, so, I think I finally have somewhat, and I say somewhat, of a rhythm as to how we're going to find these birds. We're going to fly between these 2 sections of Lumio City over and over again until we get the bird to move to one of the routes around Lumio City. This is probably one of the most elaborate ways to find the birds. But if it works, then it works. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put Smash in the front, just so that I can immediately click on my flyer. Yes, so we're going to fly between these 2 sections of Lumio City, continuously changing the bird's location until it eventually lands in one of the routes around Lumio City. The reason I'm not cutting yet is because I want to see if this actually works. And yes, I actually checked. Turns out you need to find the bird 12 times, rather than just 10. So, it's way more annoying, actually. Oh, the bird is in... Quick. Come on, get on the bike. There we go. It worked. The method actually works. You just have to be really, really fast and really, really lucky that it doesn't just move on you randomly. Alright, so I think we've got our method of bird hunting. And additionally, I guess if it moves to a route near the one that you're in, and it's not that, okay, yeah, that's too far of a trek. So we're going to go back to Lumia City. Specifically, we're going to fly to Lumia City. So this is the method of bird hunting. First, you want to find the bird for the first time, get it registered in the Pokédex. Then you're going to fly between the two sections of Lumio City, north and south, and check the Coastal Kalos Pokédex in order to see where the bird has ended up. If it is not in one of the routes adjacent to Lumio City, then fly again and reset its location once again. Rinse and repeat until the bird ends up in one of the adjacent routes, which you can just quickly bike over to. There it is. Oh, Striaton City. They're mentioning a city from the Unova region. Pretty neat. Alright, and then we go here. And they're down in the flowers? Darn it, it must have moved already. Yeah, this is the unfortunate part of the plan. It sometimes won't even work if you're not lucky. Which, let's go ahead and look real quick. Has it already moved? It unfortunately already has. So part of it is just getting lucky, which really does emphasize the fact that this is pretty much a wild goose chase for the bird. Next time on Pokemon X, we are going to continue the chase for the legendary Articuno. See you next time.